feel like it's Monday. Monday. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, YouTubers, welcome back. My name's Dave. Like it has been since I started this YouTube channel almost 2 years ago now.
Okay.
And you found do it yourself, do it right. And well, today I got my Suzuki hat on, standing in front of the Suzuki, which I thought was going to be laying on its side because there was an earthquake here in New York while I was out in training in Denver. And well, it's still here, so I guess I got to work on it. I got some few parts in, some rubber stuff that was, you know, hard as a rock. So let's get working on it. So the parts that I got in, sitting right here, the intake boot, this one over here, I tried to put it on, couldn't get it on, couldn't get it slipped over where it needed to be because, well, you know, it's hard. Like, you can't even squeeze it hard. I hit it with the old butane torch over there, still couldn't get it on, just the way it is. So I went ahead and put these pod filters on, and well, the bike doesn't really like those pod filters, so I went searching, found some rubber boot, that is, and I found other stuff that was made of rubber that this bike probably needs. And I say probably because I haven't taken it apart yet. And these here are the spacers for the back wheel. There's like rubber, and it kind of like takes up the shock. Let me show you. I'm really hope that this is part of the problem. See all that? Probably should have took it apart before I ordered the parts, but you know, like I said, they're rubber. And I'm pretty sure that they're bad because everything else that was rubber on this bike has also been bad. I need to replace it, so I got a Sprocket on order. It's stuck in JFK somewhere. Go figure. I had to order it from good old Great Britain. You know, the place we broke away from. That's 1776. Still can't get us parts fast enough. It's been on order for like 2.5 weeks now. It's about right. So, got that in. I also got the rubber for the tank. Now, I still have this piece, but I figured I was already ordering rubber, so why not order more? See that one there? It's a little janky. Nobody wants a janky rubber.
That's what she said.
So I got a new one, and I probably, oh, there we go. I think it'll go like this. It goes under the seat basically, and it holds, you know, it goes like this back here somehow. You know, when I get the tank ready to get put back on, then that rubber will come into play, but that's not ready yet. But I figured I'd go ahead and order it anyway. So my goal for today is to get this new one on there, take those pods off, put this on, get the filter on. Oh, I also got a new battery. It's a baby battery. So that is also part of the plan. Get this thing ready to go. So I have a battery. My ultimate goal here is within the next couple of weeks. Look how baby that thing is. That thing's a little teeny tiny. I believe it's a 5-pound battery. Yeah, something like that. Yup, YB5 LB, so 5-pound battery. I ordered that from JP Cycles. It's pretty cheap. It's only like 30 bucks. So, gotta put the acid in that. And my end goal is to have this thing ready to be on the market in the next couple of weeks. It's now April. I'm kind of running behind. Figured I'd have this one and the CB360 ready to go by now, but you know, life gets in the way. So let's stop talking and actually do some work. If you guys ever worked on these old bikes, you know, some old bikes are okay to use the AGM batteries on, but this old girl, you know, it's I think it's best to use a good old lead acid battery, you know, what they came with back in the day. This thing, it doesn't use the battery to start. It usually just uses the battery to complete the circuit. And if you don't have a battery in there and you go to kicking it and it starts and you rev it up, you end up burning up bulbs and, well, you know, headlight bulb, blinkers. Those are the bulbs that I need to replace because, you know, I did that exact thing. I blew them up. So just add that to the list of things I need to fix before I put the bike on the market. So these are easy. You just pop these little yellow caps off, fill the acid to the lines where it says, you know, upper level, lower level. Most of the time, you just put it to the upper level. You should have enough acid in this little box here. Just wear some gloves. You know, some rubber gloves. You don't want to burn your fingers. Man, I got so much stuff on this bench. Got the CB360 fuel tank over here. Was doing some tuning on that and it decided it wanted to leak. That bike's almost ready to go, other than I got to rebuild the petcock. It's about par for the course. All this garbage. So let's fill this battery up. That's the sound that I don't like to hear. Alright, let's dump this out. Actually, I have some acid left over from the last battery. I think I'm gonna use the rest of this. Just a little bit. About that much. And just fill her up. Kind of go slow. I just get it up to the line and then I'll top it off. Now they've gone down. And that's why I said you just gotta keep going back, because it'll go up to the top, but then it kind of settles back down. Hopefully these are sharp enough. Probably should be wearing safety glasses.
And how long have you thought that?
The whole time. I've thought that the whole time.
Once you got it full, obviously, you put your caps back in and you put it on charge.
No shit, Sherlock.
And as you can see, it's all the way across the top to the upper line. Well, if I bend it back, it doesn't feel level. There you go. Well, dang. Maybe I should put some more in that one. It's like it bottomed out. Let that charge for the next month. Now the goal is to get this area straightened away. We'll take the old pod filters off. Nobody likes, really. You really can't. Well, they say you can't. They're hard to get running right. I've figured it out on the CB360s, but on these other bikes, especially these old two-strokes, I've never been able to get them to run the way they're supposed to. That's why I was kind of happy I was able to find the new intake boot. So the way I like to do intake boots is, you know, you just lube everything up, like literally. You lube the rubber here, the holes, and then this guy mates up to this guy here, like so. Well, you can see the Vaseline that I've already put on there from when I was trying to put it together before. It just mates in there like so. Like so. Anyways, when I have two hands available, it'll mate in there like so. And it just sits in there like that. Of course, I got to get clamps because I don't know where the clamps went. I got to get the filter assembly put up in here first, which I already have the hardware because, like I said, I've already tried to do this. So let me get everything I need and get set up, and let's see if we can get that put back together the way it's supposed to be. This thing mounts in here pretty dang easy. It's just a couple of number 10 bolts, and I do mean a couple, meaning 2. Oh, there's my clamps. Forgot to put them in there. Alright, so this guy literally goes in here like so. So I had to take this out to get those on. So let's try sliding this in without knocking the rubber off the other side. And then somehow getting it all lined up. Yeah, seems about impossible. All joking aside, I probably should have stayed. Oh, look at that. It's already popped off that side. God dang it. I probably should have stayed with the pod filters. Got both boots on. I'm going to use this pick, try and coerce this boot around. It doesn't look like it's high enough. Oh boy, there's I don't think that's gonna work. I think I'm gonna have to loosen these up again and push the boot up without them sliding off. This is by far the worst setup in boot history.
One eternity later.
Oh, yeah. Good dang tight. Alright, hopefully it doesn't move. Then I'll tell you the trick. Well, the trick to that is basically you got to hold your breath. You know, one eye cockeyed, the other eye staring at it. And well, you got to put the boot on the filter first and then jam it on the two carburetors. And hopefully it'll go around it. Because if you do it the other way, then you don't get the right angle of the dangle. And what I mean by that is this boot kind of like, well, let's get the Kickstarter out of the way. The boot kind of angles down and you don't have enough room to get it up on top of here. So you got to put it on there and then jam the whole thing in and jam it in. And what I'm saying is there's a lot of jamming going on. So we be jamming, man. Now that that's on, I am going to grab that battery right there. I got a remote battery plug-in thing. I'd like to show you what I've learned in you know, class in Colorado this past week, but I'm not gonna do it the way old Dale taught us how to do some wiring. I'm gonna I'm gonna do it my way, which means it's probably not the right way. Well, it's not the right way for aircraft maintenance, but it'll be just fine. Just fine for motorcycles. Just gonna show you what I've been working with here with the battery. And well, this is kind of the stuff that was on the bike. I'm guessing somebody has put this connector on here so they can just plug in the battery, plug it in and unplug it quickly there. But this end has got like a little spade thing. So I'm just gonna rewire it. I'm gonna put a new eye like this guy here. Pretty simple. Strip the wire, clip it down, be done with it. Somebody actually did the right thing and put the red on the red. It's very nice of them. Very helpful. So let's slam this battery in, hook up my pigtail so I can continue to charge the battery, and move on from there. Let's take this back wheel off so I can see how badly the brakes are in there, how badly worn they are. See if there's brakes at all. Battery installed. I just gotta plug it in, make sure she's gonna charge, and then I'm gonna button up that side cover. It's coming together. Actually, I'm going to throw a couple zip ties on my pigtail here first, but then I'll throw the side cover on. Probably gonna get in the way of something, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Alright, so it's a few days later. Finally got my sprocket in the mail. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock that portion out. All this back together, charged. Got my pigtail hooked back up. And I got pulled away for work. Good thing is the battery is now charged, so we can get that out of the way. Because I got to get this wheel off. I did go ahead and spray some Kroll all over all this stuff, just so hopefully it'll come off without struggling. And yeah, we'll get this put back together. We'll get that sprocket on. Hopefully I can get that chain. Oop, gonna have to take this off because I got to get to the chain sprocket, forward sprocket. You know, put the chain back on, get her hooked back up. So I'll quit blabbing and start working again. Try to get this finished. Well, almost finished. After a couple of different hammers, you know, a ratchet that I turned into a punch, then a bolt that I turned into a punch, when got my claw hammer, finally came out. As you can see, I mean, it's pretty nasty. Gonna have to be cleaned up before I put it back together. Just the way it is. Just the way it is. Forgot to take the bushing out. Good thing it's right here. Didn't fall too far. Now for the moment of truth. Let's pull this wheel off. Wow. Get this spacer out first. Get that spacer out over here. Yeah, wish I had more than 2 hands. Would be nice. Whew. Alrighty. There we go. That's gonna be fun to get back together. Whew. All that just to get to this sprocket. And I want to change the rubbers in there. Alright, well that bearing feels real nice. Smells like two-stroke. Two-stroke! You know, the bing, 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 bing. If you guys haven't heard this thing run, yeah, you know, check out some of the other videos that I've done. Took me a couple to get the thing running. Let me get you in over there so you can see those rubbers. They actually don't look too bad. Dadgum recruiters always always trying to get me another job. Just what I need. Another job, as if, you know, working on helicopters for living in New York and working on old bikes. It's not job enough. Hey, I'm gonna roll rubbers up in there. They actually don't look. Jeez, crow, stop sending me. Lady, I just told you I'm not interested. Don't send me an email. Anyway, there are the rubbers. Let's pull this wheel up. Maybe get a better look. Somehow. Probably should have dropped the. Oh, good lord. I'm gonna have to pull the. You know, that's what that panel in there is for. You can pull the panel and drop the wheel out underneath. Who would have thunk it? Now I just gotta move everything out of the way. Probably lose half of the hardware and my tools. Yep, there's one. He's stuck. He's been gone forever. You know, proper planning, as they say in the Army, proper planning prevents piss poor performance. Guess I should have planned that better. Oh man, there goes my brakes. Okay. The rubbers are actually, well, that one's torn. I got one that's torn. You know, since I got them, might as well just go ahead and yank them out, replace them, give these to the new owner. And there's the brake assembly that fell out and hit me on the toe. It could use a new set of pads, but there's enough there. I'll let the next owner know. You know, your rear brakes, you're gonna need pads in the next year or so. Alright, first things first, let's get the sprocket off, make sure that the new sprocket is gonna bolt up properly. It's a little bigger. I don't know if that's gonna make it go faster or not, but it's the one they recommended. Hopefully this little impact can bust them loose. Hope I went in the right direction. And that's a big negative on that one, Ghost Rider. Alright, gotta use the big one. There we go. Okay, yeah, and fell right out. That's fun. Yeah. This thing, boy, I tell you, this thing really gets the job done. Come on out of there. Wouldn't you know it? Wouldn't you know it? Jeez. It knew it. It knew what was coming. Said, oh, I'm gonna get out of here. It knew. Wrong end. Jeez, probably would have helped if I'd have cleaned these off a little bit. I'm gonna keep getting stuck in here. It's gonna be one of them days, or afternoons, I should say. It's supposed to start raining, but still not raining. Nope. Ejecto Sprocketo. Yeah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, they line up. I just kidding. Just playing. And there goes that. I'm gonna take a wire wheel to this thing, clean this thing up a bit. And yeah, pop those rubbers out, slap her all back together, and we'll be in business. Don't worry about my business. My business. Okay, that's enough of that. Gonna get these seated with the little guy, and then hit him with the big girl. You know, the sprocket is a lot larger. I do, you know, in this case, size does matter.
No, not the time. Definitely not the time.
Well, I'll be dipped, that one. What is up with that one? Why is that one? Oh boy. What kind of black magic you got going on here? I don't like it. I don't like it. Oh my goodness gracious. I feel like it's Monday. Monday. Ay, ay, ay. So I figured out a little trick to get these out. Kind of take your needle nose. Well, first of all, take some Kroll, spray on the little nipples here. On the other side here, get them nice and lubed up. Then you take your pliers and just pop right out. The first one I pulled out, it ripped the nipple off, you know, so that's no good. That one will go in the trash, and I'll save these because these really aren't that bad. I got one here that's looks like it's cracked, but I got the new ones, so figured might as well put the new ones in. So I'm gonna do the same thing, only in reverse. Make sure they're nice and lubed. Push them in. Yeah. Okay, you can feel them pop in. All right, got grease on everything that needs grease. Now I'm gonna wrestle the tire up, put the floorboard down, hopefully, so I don't have to worry about the tire falling out. And then we're gonna start putting it back together. Yep. God dang it, on top, not on the bottom. I want you on top. There. Now we can agree to disagree. Uh-oh, I don't want to bend that any more than it already is. Yeah. Oh boy. There we go. Now, I got you right where I want you. Nope. Not really. Forgot to put grease in that. Here we go. Brake. Brake is, yeah. It's well, it's there. It's something. Pull you down. Put you in there. I got this guy here. Grease. See the red stuff? Alright. Put you there. Put the, yep, okay. Now the fun part. This is where I wish I had a couple more hands. Okay, well, that's actually not as difficult as I thought it was gonna be. Probably spoke too soon because I still gotta get this side in. Lots of grease. Yeah, just fall down hammer, it's alright. Okay, alright. Pull that out a little bit. Do some pull out action.
Oh my God.
Oh boy. Oh, what did I do? What did I do here? What? What in the world? Okay, let's pull that all the way out. So I can put this in first. Okay, yeah. Yep, hopefully. Okay. Alright. Get in the slot. Okay. Not where I need you. Or I want you. For the very first time. Okay. Alright, that should go there. Oh yeah. These rubbers, they're tight. Ha! Woo! Alright, let's put some grease on these little tabs. It does not want to slide in. We'll give her much needed lubrication. Wheel install again. Alright. Now what do we got? Oh yeah, there she goes. Yeah. Oh yeah, no slop. No slop whatsoever. Those rubbers were definitely worn out. That's the way it should be right there, boys and girls. Ladies and gentlemen, boom! We're gonna call that a win. For now. Don't get too excited. Whoop, brake. Get back in there, brake. I don't need any bull crap from you today, brake. Let's get that guy lined back up. That's gonna be fun. Oh boy, I turned the hat backwards. There's two flat spots on here. Got to line up with the flat spots on this guy here. These are the things you learn when you work on a different brand. You know, I'm a Honda guy. I don't have all this. No flat spots on here. What kind of hocus pocus stuff is this? Okay, stay there. Alright, so line the flat spots up. Push it over. Hold the wheel over. Get your axle and the spacer. Flip this back around. Man, this thing is like a natural disaster. Okay, we'll pull that out a little bit. Push it in a little hard. Ooh, push it in with your belly. Okay, that works. I wonder if anybody would notice going down the road. Yep, okay. Wear a long sleeve shirt and a short sleeve shirt at the same time, David. That's a smart idea. It was nice and cold outside. Nope. Suzuki was not playing around. They said, mill that shirt as tight as possible. All the way through. All right. Okay. All right. We got grease. We got grease. We got wheels spinning. Ooh, that's spinning. That's like a wheel of fortune. Or the wheel on Price is Right. We got that nut. We got this nut here. And then we got a cotter pin there. Oops, that's the wrong nut. Wrong one. All right, I'm gonna tidy this up and work on that chain next. As you can see, it's gotten deep. I had to take the exhaust off so I could get the cover off to get to the sprocket so I could put the chain on that's still over there that I still haven't messed around with. And then I realized that there's, you know, all of that coming out of there, which you can't really see. I guess I should have expected it. You know, I am 1000% sure that whomever was riding this thing definitely used it as a field bike, because I mean, how else could you get all that dirt and grime and gunk lodged all the way up inside of there? So I'm gonna get my little baby shop vac. I'm gonna shop vac this up. I'm gonna keep going in there with my pick and getting as much gunk out of there as possible. Not gonna get it all, but I'm gonna get 30% of it out. And yeah, I don't think you guys really need to see the cleaning process. So I did tidy up the stuff on this side, you know, the brakes and the alignment. That was like, seems like 4 days ago. But I mean, we're making progress. At least we got a nice new shiny sprocket, and it doesn't clunk. No, I mean, it's definitely progress. It's me again. Got the chain on. Got it adjusted. It's supposed to have I think it said ½ an inch up and down at the bottom, which that's pretty close. I will admit that it needs a new chain. That chain's got a tight spot in it. No matter how much Kroil I put on that chain, it's still got a tight spot in it. So the new owner will be well aware that it needs a new chain, and it's going to need probably front and rear brakes and tires. I got everything cinched down straight, you know, so it's in line. It's going to track straight. I had to go ahead and get my ruler. It's actually, you know, scale. And I had to measure, because there's no marks on this adjuster here. There is marks on the frame, but I went ahead and measured up and made a mark. Same thing over here on this side. Measured up, made a mark. I've got it tightened down. I got to tighten down the axle nut. But boy, yeah. So this was probably more than I bargained for today. You know, that's what you run into. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish putting everything back together. If you guys are wondering about the weather, it started raining, so now the four-wheeler's out in the rain. But yeah, so gonna keep on keeping on. All right, so as you can see, everything on the side of the bike is put back together. To include, I even put the chain guard on, you know, because hopefully I'm not getting back into this thing once I get the tank cleaned and petcock put back together. She'll be ready to go down the road. Well, not ready to go down the road, but she'll be ready to go to a new owner, I should say. I think I forgot to give you guys an update on the engine situation. The last video I changed the head gaskets, and well, you know, it still was smoking like the dickens. So off camera I went ahead and changed the base gaskets as well. I don't know if you can really get in there and see them or not. Maybe if I turn the light bulb on, you can see that gasket down inside. Oh yeah, you can see it's green. So I changed this one, I changed the other one. I figured why not, I already had it apart. It's pretty simple. So that got done, and when I was running it, it got rid of most of the smoke. You know, it is a two smoker, so she is gonna smoke a bunch. But yeah, I'm gonna drop this thing down like it's hot. And well, oh, there's still glass there. God dang, I missed the glass. So I was just getting ready to put the bulb, the headlight back together, and once you know it, pop goes the weasel, and the bulb literally popped out, smashed down on the table. So I decided to, you know, put my tools away and, you know, clean the table. But I guess I missed some of that glass. I'm gonna have to get that, because that stuff, it's thin. It'll get you. That's the it'll get you kind of glass. Let's pump her up, let her down, see if we can get this thing to fire up, and I can let you guys see. But the engine work that I've done is actually worked. She ain't been started in quite some time, so we're gonna let the fuel from up there drain down to there, and then probably onto the table, and then onto my floor. Well, I don't know if we're gonna have, well, we can turn the blinkers on, I guess. Well, that's exciting. Alright, we got power. I guess that battery is charged. Choke is down. Should be enough fuel in it now. Yep. you know, I mean, a couple kicks. It's been sleeping for a bit. Been working on the Honda for a while. Comes right back to life that quickly. I think she's gonna be a good, strong runner down the road. Of course, like I said, gotta get the tank situated with the petcock. So I can put it on here. And then I'll take her down the road for a spin, but that's gonna have to wait for another video and for a nicer day because it's now raining. So if you like these old motorcycle videos, working on them, you know, trying to bring them back to life, send them down the road for somebody else to enjoy them, you know, go ahead and like, tag, share, follow, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when I drop new videos. The Honda has been listed for sale. So the Honda might be going down the road sooner rather than later. She's a good running bike as well. So I'm gonna send that down the road. Suzuki's gonna go down the road. The Road Glide is gonna go down the road eventually, once I list it again, hopefully. But it's what I do. I buy, I fix, and then I sell. Well, I didn't fix the Road Glide, but you know, I bought it, so it's not a permanent fixture in my garage. So, like I said, like, tag, share, follow, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and like always, till next time, thanks a lot.